everybody, welcome. Thank you for coming out this wonderful morning. It's definitely, I think Thanksgiving just happened a couple days ago. Everybody okay? You still full? All right. All the leftover food should be gone, correct? No? Well, you got to get rid of that stuff and freeze it. One of the two so it doesn't go bad. So, all right, okay, free. Well, definitely thank you for coming to this my bubble event, my bubble opinion event. It's been a long journey, I would say, creating this, and I would say a life journey so far because life still continues in us all, no matter our age, as long as we want to always create and inspire others. And one of the reasons I wrote this book was because, man, a while ago I was kind of, and I say a while, some decades. Okay, I was raised in the South. Of course, we know in the South it has quite a few dynamics over anywhere else. Um, for one, the mindset and the culture. It's a little more boxed in, right? It's a little more boxed in a manner to where creativity is not, should I say, expansion. It doesn't expand like other places. Because I would say, me being military, and I did 28 years in the military, and you get a chance to go around the world and see things and do things, right? And one thing that you run into is that, man, a little country boy showed up in the military and this big old world is available. What do I do? I had to go on what my grandmama told me, right? My mama, my dad, my cousins, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, the things, how we interacted on playing, right? Because that's most of the time, that's what we do. We play until we get responsibilities, right? We play a lot. We play a lot. And in that playing and interaction, um, I kind of grew to the point to where when I was younger, just say, hey, hold up, make your own decisions, do what you want to do. Yes, and it was a thing to where I didn't know what to do. So when I got in the military, they said, true story. True story was it was a soldier that had been in a long time, and he said, "Hey, Wright, start reading this." I'm a little country boy just getting basic training, and basic. You see it on TV, right? It's pretty one way. Do what you're told, right? And so when I got to my first unit, somebody gave me that, and I did what I was told, right? And the funny part is the guy that had been in the military, I don't know, he might have been in 7, 8, 9, 10 years. He did not look like he was supposed to be telling anybody anything. Period. You know, like grimy, his uniform didn't look good. He wasn't shaved properly. But he said, "Do this," and he had corporal stripes on, and I had little mosquito wings, right? And that's two. That's one stripe. One chevron, and he had double stack chevrons. So automatically, I have to do what I'm told, no matter what. Anyway, um, but I was humbled, and I like to read. So I was reading. He gave me probably about 15 manuals, and he said they're already in order. Start reading. Right? I said, okay, no problem. So every day I'm reading and learning. He would come in and troubleshoot me. Right? But in that story, and I won't go over the other 25 years, 27 years of my life in the military, not yet. But in that story, it was being hungry enough to want to learn. Right? And a lot of times, as we see nowadays, learning is an option. Yeah. And the option is, let me just know what I need to know to do the things I need to do, right or wrong. Right. So the right or wrong, I'm talking about the information, not the action. Because technically, if you learn this and you're conducting that action, you're doing it right. Right? It's like turning the doorknob. You're doing it right. But one thing about the human life is that we were born or we were created to just be unlimited in what we do, not boxed in to a point to where we're not learning and growing in a creative manner. That's important. Do we challenge ourselves? And that's one thing that I've always done in my life. I challenge myself to do something, um, no matter how many times. Do something. Um, when I felt myself maybe just sitting and, you know, eating all the good food, half exercising, and just living. But I found myself following people if I'd done that because I didn't have a creative mind going on, so I just followed. And one thing about a creative mind, it will help you identify what and what not to follow. Now, if we stay in that older mindset, okay, I'll call it this right here. Everybody has a cell phone, right? How often does your cell phone say, hey, update software? And it'll say, hey, guess what? You don't have to do it while you're awake. You can wait until you go to sleep and it'll do it while you're asleep. So I won't slow you down. So that way you got all the new applications, you got all the new data to help make your searching or entertainment process seamless as possible without pause. Okay. But I can understand now, let's say this too now. So as you get that software update, I'm gonna just this is gonna be funny. Say you live in the city, you got direct access, you got all the data, boom, boom, boom. But if you live in the country, oh man, it might be a pause. It might be kind of slow, right? You gotta get that data. But just think about it. So that's the same thing. So we have access, but based on who we have around us and what we do, it could be very slow. And we get say so in that, who we have in our space. So we can get that stuff in a seamless process. And not just data that we're getting our life. So think about living your life. This might be funny too. In a void that's empty. But it's empty because we choose not to fill it. That could be very, what word do I want to use for that? That can create an unhappy life where it's always regret that I didn't do something. I didn't take action or part in that, or I allowed this to be.